What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from Hop Butcher for the World, and they're out of Chicago, Illinois, and this is their Throop. So they're calling this one a Kölsch style ale. It comes in at 4.5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is approximately 3.5 weeks old. I want to give a huge thanks and shout out once again to Hop Butcher for hooking me up with this one. I'll post a link in the description box to the beer mail unboxing video I did that contains all the goodies they sent my way. And yeah, I mentioned this before, but when it comes to like low ABV crushers, lagers, and the whole nine, Kölschs are some of my favorite. Now, it's basically a lagered ale, but I just like them more than like Pilsners, honestly. Just my jam. And this one is using Riwaka hops. Now, Riwaka hops have become very popular over like the last, say, 6 months. And for me, over the last couple months, I've seen a lot of breweries releasing beers with Riwaka. I know Hop Butcher is experimenting with them. I have a couple beers from them, including this one with Riwaka in it. And yeah, sounds like it might be pretty fun. Now, the name of this beer, it's spelled T-H-R-O-O-P. You would think it's Throop. Well, when I did the unboxing of the beers, I said Throop, and then I was like, I don't know, is that how you say it? So I Googled it, and apparently not. You say it Throop, and that's because this beer, I believe, is named after a Chicago street, and that Chicago street was named after a Chicago real estate developer who had the last name Throop, but he pronounced it Throop, so it's actually Throop. Does anybody care? Maybe not, but I just thought it was interesting. Sometimes when I don't know exactly how to pronounce a beer, or I'm confused, or it could be said multiple ways, I'll look it up just to see, and I thought that was very interesting. So tasting notes on this one, crisp barley, delicate citrus zest, and candied lemon. Sounds pretty good to me. Let's crack it open. So the last low ABV crusher from them was their Soar, and that ended up, and that was a Mexican style lager, like a little hop forward Mexican style lager. My least favorite beer from Hop Butcher. I think I give it a 3.4 on personal preference, which is quite low for me. But I finally found a Hop Butcher beer that I don't enjoy, so I'm hoping this low ABV crusher is more in my wheelhouse, and I think it will be. Nothing wrong with that. With Soar. It's just Mexican style lagers aren't my favorite, so I kind of knew going in that maybe it wouldn't be my favorite beer from them. And I said so in the review, and I think I gave it like a 4 out of 5 for like, you know, stylistically. But anyway, yeah, while this has, so I don't know how this can come off camera, but in person, that's like a sunshine, like yellow color. Like it's super bright. Now, Kölschs, lagered ales, do typically have a clarity to them. And this one does not. It has a little bit, like I can see my hand a little bit through it. For the most part, that's cloudy, a little bit murky. But yeah, this looks really nice, very vibrant. Has about a finger of this fluffy, soap sudsy kind of head to it. Yeah, it's like a bright white. I'd say it looks like a Kölsch outside of that. I think it has a little bit too much haze, so to speak. But yeah, it's looking nice. Let's get a nose. Oh, so they say candy lemon, huge lemon. For me, you know what actually, it smells not like candy lemon, but like lemongrass. That makes any sense? Yeah, it's like lemon, but also lemongrass. So I'm getting all the lemon. I'm not getting a sweet. I'm getting a sweet. I was gonna say I'm not just getting sweet or candy lemon. I'm getting a sweet lemon. I'm getting lemon juice, lemon zest, but then I'm getting lemongrass. This huge lemon vibe to this one. Oh yeah. Underneath it has like this cereal biscuity kind of like, they say crisp barley. Sure. I mean that's kind of just covering everything, but yeah, it has a cereal like biscuity kind of base to it. Man, that lemongrass can't really get past that for me. It smells like it's going to be a fucking, like my mouth is watering. It's going to be a super crusher. That's what I feel like it's going to be. So cheers, everybody. And cheers. Hopefully you heard that on the mic there, but a car went by. I think it was a car. Holy Christ, that sounded terrible. Anyway, cheers, everybody. Thanks again to Hop Butcher. Yeah, it's nice. I'm gonna stick by lemongrass, I think. Yeah, it has a big like lemongrass vibe to it, but big lemon in general. So let's go body and mouthfeel like I typically do. Very light. I'm gonna say light to higher side of light body. It has a watery presence, 4.5%. I kind of expect that, but very easy to drink. It has a watery kind of body to it. Mouthfeel, crisp, clean, refreshing. It drinks like a lager. The taste though, big lemon up front, followed by lemongrass. There's a juiciness. There's a slight almost tartness from like the lemon character. There's a zestiness, tons of lemon, tons. Like I cannot understate, or I cannot overstate how much lemon is in here. There's a lot. Then more of a lemongrass hits me midway through the palate. There's an underlying cereal grain, kind of biscuity, almost crackery kind of malt base. And that just pretty much carries throughout the entire palate. What I like about this one is it's sweet up front. Like, you get a little of that malt sweetness, and like the lemon's very pronounced. Back of the palate finishes semi-dry, almost full-on dry. There's a mild bitterness, but it dries out quite a bit. Makes me want to go back for another sip. Super easy to drink. I could literally pound this out in about 2 minutes. It's not heavy on the palate, super light. This is like a lawnmower beer. This is a you just got done cutting your grass and you want something that's going to hit the spot, have a little bit of ABV in there. This is where it's at. It's good. I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you and say that this is super complex or like over the top or anything, but I think it's a pretty well-made Kölsch. That's what I mean. It's a little bit more hop forward. That lemon, I would just say like a complex lemon character, along with lemongrass, is pretty much the predominant notes. A little bit of underlying cereal, biscuity kind of crackery thing going on from the malt. But for the most part, this is not a complex beer, but it's a tasty beer, and I enjoy it. So I'm going to give Throop from Hop Butcher a low 4 out of 5 and go 3.95 out of 5, almost a 4 range. Kind of the rating I had in mind after I took like 3 or 4 sips. It's kind of where it lands. It's a really well-made Kölsch, a little bit more to the hop forward side of things, but I do like the balance. Sweet up front, more of a semi-dry finish, a little bit of bitterness, not much. Can't really tell that there's alcohol in here at 4.5%. It's just a lawnmower beer. That's what it is. So I really enjoy it. So 3.95 out of 5 for a Throop. If you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it. Price point, I believe these are $12.99 a 4-pack, and availability Chicago land, although drips and drabs out to other places. I've heard people in different states be like, oh, Hop Butcher stuff showed up here. In Florida, I believe I've seen a couple people in Georgia, they showed up. I don't know if that was like after festivals and whatnot, but they are mostly in Chicago. That's where they get distribution. That's where they are. And if you live around Chicago or in the Chicago area, then you got to try some Hop Butcher if you've never had it before, because it's delicious. This is definitely up there with one of my favorite like low ABV crushers from them. Like I said, I really like Kölsch's. This isn't overly complex, but at the end of the day, it doesn't need to be. And the tasting notes, let's see if they hit the nail on the head. Crisp barley, yes. A delicate citrus zest. Sure, I mean, that can be with the candied lemon as their third tasting note. That candied lemon, I would just say like full-on lemon or lemongrass. Like, that's what I'm getting out of it, and it's fucking really good. So, appreciate everybody stopping by, and to the next, and thanks again to Hop Butcher. To the next one. Cheers.